This CT unit is just was actually our old small animal CT unit. It's just a typical CT scanner that might be in any human hospital. We've just adapted it, modified it to make it work the way we've got it going. Yeah, so we raised the CT up off the floor. Normally that CT is setting on those blocks to elevate it. Normally that would be setting directly on the floor. So we've had those concrete blocks poured to lift it up. That's going to put us where the head is kind of resting in the center of that gantry. And then what we had to do was design a platform that would allow that horse to pull through the CT, which is the way those images are acquired through there. That has to be a platform that doesn't have any friction behind it, because that horse is very heavy, and the typical CT table that a person may lay on is only designed for a weight up to about 350 pounds. So anything beyond that over exceeds that table, and it may not be able to pull them through there. So we had to make this thing kind of frictionless so it would move relatively easy, but also allow us a lot of mobility in terms of how far in and out we could get that horse in there. The concept behind standing CT was giving us the ability to do cross-sectional imaging of a horse's head without having to go through anesthesia, and that's really the benefit of standing CT. We had two options previously: either try to make the diagnosis off of radiographs, which can be challenging depending on how complex the disease process is, or we would have to put them under general anesthesia and use our other CT machine, which means that the horse had to be anesthetized, IV catheters placed, withheld off of feed. It postponed things about 24 hours, and then you always have to worry about the recovery aspects of it. We are fairly limited to basically skulls and upper part of the cervical spine. But we have a fairly high caseload here that referral surgeries that are sent in for sinus diseases of various kinds, whether that's abscess teeth or sinusitis, tumors, etc. And so this gives us a way to image those and have a lot more information than what we got out of our baseline radiographs. With the standing CT, in the same amount of time or less time than what we could do with a traditional radiograph, we can have that cross-sectional imaging that says, here's exactly the boundaries of this disease process, and here's what the most likely diagnosis would be. And so they know exactly how to plan and what they're going to be up against at that point.
The horse's head is an extremely complex anatomical structure, and so a radiograph is really a 2D picture of what is going on in the head. And so the sinuses and sort of the teeth in particular can be sometimes very difficult to identify exactly what is going on just from a radiograph. I think seeing a horse with skull radiographs and then seeing that horse, get a CT, I think they'll really, one, have a much better understanding of the anatomy of the horse's head and sinus, and also will understand the disease processes better.